In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 14, 2023 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Nebraska versus Rutgers. Nebraska will try to build on its overtime win against Wisconsin when it travels to Rutgers on Tuesday night. The Cornhuskers have won 2 of their last 3 games, but they are still 2 games below the .500 mark. Rutgers is returning home following back-to-back road losses at Indiana and Illinois. Nebraska is 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 games and 1-11 against the spread in their last 12 road games. The over is 5-2 in Nebraska's last 7 games. Rutgers is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 home games and 11-5 against the spread in their last 16 Tuesday games. The under is 6-2 in Rutgers' last 8 games. The underdog is 5-2 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 7 head-to-head meetings. In their last 3 games, the Scarlet Knights have only scored 61, 60, and 60 points. But digging deeper into the numbers, Nebraska's only real advantage in this game is 3-point shooting, and that's not really an advantage since Nebraska still ranks 10th in the Big Ten in trays per game. Rutgers is 16-9 against the spread this season and had covered in 5 of its previous 7 before slipping up at Indiana and at Illinois. I'm chalking those up as 2 really tough Big Ten road games. Now the Scarlet Knights get to return home to face a Nebraska team that has only covered in 3 of its last 10 games. The Cornhuskers have very little depth and have 8 of their last 12 games have resulted in double-digit losses. Rutgers comes into this game on a 2-game losing streak, but they will be at home for this game, where they play their best basketball. Nebraska has lost 3 of their last 5 games, and they have really struggled on the road. Rutgers is the better team in this matchup, and I expect their defense to be the difference in this game. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Rutgers has an elite defense. The Scarlet Knights are ranked 6th nationally in field goal percentage allowed and 7th nationally in points allowed. The Scarlet Knights are also in the bottom 3rd in the country of most offensive categories. The Cornhuskers also struggle to score, mainly because they play at the nation's 231st fastest adjusted tempo according to Ken Palm. Rutgers is even slower than that, ranking number 242 in adjusted tempo. Both teams have an over-under split heavily favoring the under this season. Nebraska's split is 8-17, while Rutgers has a split of 10-15. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas State versus Oklahoma. A significant Big 12 matchup will ensue on Tuesday when the Oklahoma Sooners host the number 12 Kansas State Wildcats. The contest will take place in Lloyd Noble Center. Oklahoma is 10th in the Big 12 and are looking to avoid a 5-game losing streak. Kansas State is 4th in the Big 12 and they have gone 1-3 in their last 4 games. Kansas State is favored by half a point in this contest while the total is set at 140.5 points. Oklahoma's offense has not been good recently, scoring no more than 72 points in their last 7 out of 8 games. Meanwhile, Kansas State averages well over 75 points per contest. Opponents are also shooting worse against the Wildcats as opposed to the Sooners. Furthermore, Kansas State does a much better job in their ball handling, a factor that will prove to be crucial with a game spread as close as this. The Kansas State Wildcats have been the more consistent team this season, and they're a feisty team that usually doesn't lose games against lesser competition. Oklahoma is a complete mess right now, which includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 10 points. Kansas State struggled in the last game, but they are going to bounce back against Oklahoma. Oklahoma struggled to slow down Kansas, and they are going to struggle with their defense again. Kansas State is 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games played on Tuesday and are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 following an against the spread loss. Oklahoma is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall and 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 following a loss. Even though Kansas State is 3-5 on the road this season, I feel confident that they can take down the worst team in their conference as the number 12 team in the country. So the Kansas State Wildcats money line is our full game side pick. Kansas State plays at a fast pace and they average around 76 points per game. If they are able to reach their average, I feel confident that Oklahoma will score at least 65 points. Considering the spread is close, I expect Oklahoma to match the pace as best as they can and keep within fighting distance throughout the game. Both teams shoot well from the free throw line, and although Oklahoma doesn't score that much, they have the potential to come up with big games on the offensive end like they did against Alabama, one of the top teams in the country. This may be considered a trap game for Kansas State considering this is their only non-ranked opponent in their next 4 games, but I expect the Wildcats to come out with a vengeance after their defeat to Texas Tech. Kansas State should score at least 75 points, and I expect Oklahoma to do enough to help push the score past the total. The Wildcats have hit the over in 6 of their last 7 road games, while Oklahoma has hit the over their last 5 times in a row following a double-digit loss at home. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas versus Oklahoma State. The Kansas Jayhawks and the Oklahoma State Cowboys meet Tuesday in college basketball action from Gallagher-Iba Arena. Kansas comes into this one at 20-5 overall. The Jayhawks beat Oklahoma in their last outing. As for Oklahoma State, they're currently 16-9 on the season after a win over Iowa State. Kansas is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. The over is 4-0 in Kansas' last 4 Tuesday games. Oklahoma State is 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 home games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. The over is 5-1 in Oklahoma State's last 6 games, and the over is 4-1 in their last 5 home games. The home team is 8-3 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 11 head-to-head meetings. The Cowboys hot right now. They're 7-1 in their last 8 games and scoring quite well along the way. Oklahoma State has 71 or more points in 6 of those 8 outings. The last time these teams met up on New Year's Eve, Kansas powered out a 69-67 comeback win at Allen Fieldhouse thanks to a 39-22 second half. The Jayhawks have a combined 166 points in their last 2 games, so this one could be a high-scoring affair as well. I like a competitive matchup here with Oklahoma State powering out the 1-point cover and maybe a W, so the Oklahoma State Cowboys to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Oklahoma State comes into this game on a 5-game winning streak, and they have won 7 of their last 8 games. Kansas has won 4 of their last 5 games and is ranked number 5 in the nation. Oklahoma State is only allowing 63 points against per game, but they are facing a Kansas team that has scored 77 points or more in 4 of their last 5 games. I believe that we are going to see a lower scoring game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.